much. So, so basically, what is Moringo? Before I start my presentation, I would like to tell you something. Like, I was not expecting this crowd at all. Though I've been seeing numbers 1.5, 1.8, everything. Because the time I stepped into this hall this morning, the first thing I said was Omo. Like, shouldn't I won't stand in front of all this crowd to present. But yeah, my CEO said I should say everybody how are you, because it should have been here, but due to some inconvenience, your car park is not big enough for his private jet to land. You get, but your next event is gonna be there. So let's start. And don't forget, Moringo is going to be onboarding 100 persons in this hall today as an ambassador and affiliate after I'm done presenting. Okay. So, Moringo, a lot of people have been seeing us on their socials. A lot of people have been seeing us on everywhere again. Now, Moringo, they mean like this. If you don't know Moringo, you don't know any social media app at the moment. Okay. So, Moringo, that's the name of our CEO, Luis Akatenga. The funniest part is that he's actually a Nigerian man, but based in the UK. He has been in the UK for the past 10 years now. And he felt that, basically, Moringo was his project while he was in school, and he felt that, yeah, he wants to invent something that could help us in social life. You can't just be wasting your data on WhatsApp, Telegram, and the likes without earning. But Moringo is here to tell you that, okay, you can use our social app to monetize your social experience on our platform with our rewarding platform. So, next slide. Yeah, so let's start with problem and significance. A lot of people know that this social media, there's the bad and the good aspect of social media. You can earn money from social media. A lot of people stay on social media just to earn money. A lot of people use social media to get money for themselves. Just like me, I can't be on social media in a day without earning. That's what I do for a living. Though I'm an accountant, I work in Polaris Bank at the moment. So let's continue. The next slide. The impact of social media, like I said, a lot of people use it to earn, monetize, and get money for themselves. A lot of people use it to post TikTok videos. A lot of people use it to tweet. Like I personally, I'm not a social media guy. I don't have a Twitter account. I also don't have a LinkedIn. I just started building my LinkedIn account recently. So, next slide. Sorry, next slide. Next slide. Next. All this issue leaves everything. Like I said, you can't be on WhatsApp without earning money. You can't be on Instagram. You can't be on Twitter. Everything all these platforms are trying to achieve, but doing it in our metaverse. Everything, your Discord, your Telegram, your WhatsApp, your Instagram, your Binance is trying to achieve. We're doing everything on the Moringo app. Everything. You can buy, you can swap, you can chat, you can call, you can video call, everything. What are we not doing? Your NFT, everything, marketplace, everything is on our app. Next slide. So, but how is the solution? That's where we come in as Moringo. I've been talking for the past 5 minutes now. No one knows what exactly we're into. So, let me tell you what Moringo does. Moringo is a UK-based startup. We're not Nigerian-based. We're based in the UK. Our head office is in the UK. They are building a social media platform whereas combined Web3, the fintech, and the e-commerce capability to enable users to connect, socialize with our rewarding platform. Like now, by registering into the Moringo app today, you can get $1 for yourself by someone using your referral code. Imagine getting $10 per day, $20 per day. That's a huge amount of money if you convert it to Naira. That's 15,000 Naira. A lot of bankers don't board our affiliate program and our ambassador program. I would like everyone in this hall at this moment to follow Moringo app because I'll be picking from Twitter. All accounts attached to Moringo is on my phone. Their Twitter, their Facebook, everything. I'm the marketing lead at Moringo, also the BDM. So I have a lot of job I'm doing on my head. So everything, the social media self is on my phone. So I'll be picking from Twitter randomly. Make sure you follow Moringo app on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on any platform. On Telegram, you can join our nets. Though we just launched our test nets, that's the APK version of our app. And within 5 days, I have managed to give us 280 tractions, like downloads, to do a lot of things, you get. So, thank you. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, our business's model focuses on sharing a percentage of our multiple revenue system with our users. Like, at the moment, Moringo budgeted $100,000 for all our users. Like, the first 1,000 people to sign up into Moringo, we'll be having a pool to share $100,000, you get. And we'll be doing our NFC giveaways, whereas the first 1,000 people to use our app is going to be having a free and VIP ticket to attend Moringo event live in Abuja. We're going to be sponsoring everything, both your flight, if you are coming from outside the country, everything. We'll be sponsoring it, to get. So the best thing now is to be among the 1,000 people by downloading the app. Like I said, I'll be dropping the link. I'll be giving my number also, but don't call me. I won't pick. You get. Next slide. Okay, next slide. Okay, now let's talk about the team members. Like I said, I'm the community manager, the marketing lead, the BDM, almost everything, Shabo. We have our design lead here. The guy is, my boss is here, our design lead. That's the person of Chijoke. He's actually the one handling all our designs, website, everything. He's very good though. We have our CEO, the CTO, the advisor, and our software engineer. These are the 5 core members of Moringo, and they've been doing a great job. Like, kudos to them. My boss, kudos. So, next. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, so at the moment, we're targeting in Nigeria, the Kenya, and South African markets. Like, we've been traveling up and down. I've not used my eyes to touch sleep for the past, let me say, 3 weeks now, from one place to another. You get. So, at the moment, we have 17,000 sign-ups in Nigeria and Kenya. That's a huge amount for a sign-up, you get, for a startup, basically. Next slide. Yeah. So, thank you. I will be dropping our link. If you're in the CCC Ibadan community on WhatsApp, I'm going to be dropping the link and the code. The first 100 persons to do that should text me a DM immediately, because we'll be onboarding at ASAP, and we'll be giving a $100 giveaway to the 10 first person that could text me. Like, follow us on all socials, and I'll be the one to dispose it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. That was awesome. Please celebrate him. Stamina, stamina. Celebrate him, celebrate him.
A round of applause for Moringo. Okay, can we clap again, please?
100. I not hear the dollars. Celebrate him now.
All right. So, I don't know how many of you have heard of Moringo before or used the app before or anything of such, but SocialFi is actually a very important concept in the blockchain technology space. And for me, I'm interested, very much excited about it. Also about the giveaway, because why not? But at the same time, I'm very excited to see how it's going to go.
Sorry. All right, bring it out. Bring it out. You know why I actually said the DJ should play that song? Muna was like, yeah, I'm interested in learning. Then she was actually interested in the giveaway. Like, the female gender here,
it's the way you are dissing me in my own platform, for that matter. Please, no female gender slander, no modern slander, and definitely no women in DeFi slander. Me and you fight too.
We're not going to fight.
All right. So, I actually want to introduce somebody very important. We've been talking about blockchain technology, how to be onboarded and all of that. But then how does that translate to our day-to-day life? How do we do that? What does it do for us? What does it do for not just me as a human, but Nigeria and Africa as a whole? And for that, we have gotten somebody that's an expert in the economics field, as well as an expert in the blockchain technology field, to come and, tell us all those things that we don't know, the supply, demand, all of the other things. Anyway, right about now, we're going to be inviting Robert Evans onto the stage for his keynote speak.
Robert Evans is a successful digital entrepreneur who specializes in the cryptocurrency market. Being fondly known as a jack of all trades, master of all, he is a cryptocurrency and DeFi analyst, tutor, trader, marketer, advisor, and community manager. He has trained thousands of students directly and indirectly on decentralized finance through his DeFi Academy and acts as the CEO of the Evans Effect Initiative, a brand aimed at wealth creation through digital skill acquisition.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You know, I think before I start speaking, you know, if you are here, if you are seated here, simply give yourself a round of applause, wherever you are, honestly. You know, I think CCC has had physical events in in Port Harcourt and Benin. And honestly, I feel at this point, if you combine the attendance from those two events, I honestly do not think they will match up to one of these. Honestly, for being here, it's amazing. It's honestly amazing. So, my project topic. My topic, the role of blockchain in promoting financial inclusion and economic empowerment. Oh, it's a very boring topic. But anywho, now, I think the first keynote speaker, which was Mary Jane, awesome session by her, by the way, she made mention of blockchain and she actually defined it, but in a very simple term, or in a very layman understanding way. A blockchain is simply a ledger. It's simply a public ledger that keeps record of every single transaction you've ever done on any chain. It's held together by different computer nodes. In fact, if I even want to break it down further, let's just imagine like it's a book and it keeps record of your life, every single sale, every single purchase you made, and it can tell you exactly how much is in your current account right now, your net worth, and every single thing you spent on and what it was for. So it is it's very transparent. It's also easily accessible to most people. Simply, you only need an internet connection to access data on the blockchain in this day and age. But, you know, beyond record keeping, blockchain also serves a very important role in financial inclusion today. Listen, I notice something whenever I come to events like this. Please, if you're on your phone, kindly just turn it down for just a couple of minutes. I won't take too much time. I don't like to rush things. Nigeria has a case study here. You know, most of us probably have a bank account. Every single person here, we can't see that we have not opened a bank in any of these commercial banks around. In fact, most of us have, I know me personally, I have accounts in up to 5 banks. Most of us have in every single one, but money no dey inside each of them. We actually go through the stress of opening these banks, of options of opening banks from home. Before, it wasn't that way. You know, we had to walk to the bank, set up an account, provide necessary documentation. In fact, till today, I'm still doing it, but it's easier. You can access it a little bit from your phone. But then it was actually far worse and far complicated. But now, with the use of blockchain, every single person from every single place can access data on the blockchain, can send and receive money without any proper documentation and just with your phone and a wallet and an internet connection. It's really been made simple by all of us. But now, how does it now affect the economy? Well, financial inclusion, if you didn't know, is the ease with which any individual, business, corporation or firm can access financial services if they need me. These financial services include the ones you know, lending, borrowing, and every single thing. But let's now talk about how it affects the economy as a whole, and you'd actually want to keep note of this one. Now, the first thing it does is enabling cross-border transactions. You know, I remember, and I'm going to digress into a little bit of story here. I remember then one of my girlfriend, my girlfriend then. I'm very serious. I'm very serious. That's a slip of tongue. Believe me. So my girlfriend then, she moved to South Africa, and well, I think there was something she wanted me to get her What's this? What's a super double drawn bone straight wig? What's I don't know it. But anything I know about hair is against my way. Bone straight, double drawn, single drawn, sponge, all that thing. So she asked she asked me to get a wig for her, and I couldn't really. They use Rand, and I couldn't really. I wanted to use Western Union and PayPal, but I don't know. There was a little bit of KYC I needed to do then, and I couldn't really pass it and all that. So instead, I actually sent her this thing through Bitcoin, and she was actually able to do a P2P. Unlike well, cryptocurrency is legal to an extent in Nigeria, but anyway, unlike the restrictions that are here, it's a little bit free in South Africa. She was able to get quick P2P and simply exchange it in her own currency. That's simply one of the benefits cryptocurrency, and blockchain can give you as a whole. It enables cross-border payments, and this will actually lead to more people injecting more money in the economy, higher GDP, higher revenue, higher productive activities, and in the end, overall economic growth in the economy. So that's simply one of the benefits of the blockchain. And the second is lower fees. Now, when we would want to exchange money or we would want to get some things, there are a lot of fees that are attached to this, especially if you are using traditional systems, and especially if the amount is actually big. For the ones I use, I know most of the times I would want to send money, the amounts needed actually, they are, well, let's say they are not small amounts I'm sending, but the fees I'm paying on them are actually killing me. With the advent of blockchain, most of these things are far lesser, except Ethereum. But for most of the other ones, you can basically send $1,000, $2,000, and gas fee of $1 or 0 point something, depending on which blockchain you use. It's simply one of the ways blockchain has also helped us, because nobody wants to be sending money, and then once you receive the money, it's actually half of what you have, or 20% has gone out, or it's a very annoying feeling. We've actually sent I think some of us may have sent money to some people, and either we imputed a higher number, or basically it was more than what we were supposed to, and we all know how we felt in that. So one of the advantages of blockchain is simply that too, lower fees, and then remittances. Remittances is actually a very good one, because if we want to send, remittances are these money, or this money you send to your family at home when you're abroad. If you want to go about it the traditional way, again, there are a lot of fees that are attached to it, especially with the transferring into the local currency and all. It's actually an official thing, but with the advent of blockchain, and because it's so international now, every single person can simply swipe, load your wallet, get your money, and go. Now, all these things, these examples I've given, cross-border payments, lower fees, and remittances, these are just little of the ways that blockchain can help shape our economy and actually introduce more people into it. Now, there's something I usually like saying to my students, but the difference between, and I want you to catch this, the difference between a rich man and a poor man isn't the amount of money they have, but it's the amount of information they have access to. Because if the poor man had the same amount of information and could utilize it the same way a rich man could, he wouldn't be poor for long. It's really how I operate in life, and it's really why I feel financial inclusion. A whole point, listen, you can't tell the old woman in the village to go to a bank and start queuing up, doing all these things, all these traditional systems. They are very hard. If we could educate these people instead and show them, now look, there is an easier way to do this. I think that's what the government tried to do with INERA, but you know the country you're staying in. They don't really pursue these systems quite well, and we see the end result also. So once we start with education, I know we're actually going to move forward and promote financial inclusion in the economy, because every single country needs that access to survive. Every single country needs to have access to funds. Not only country as large now, village, but rather as a right instead. You understand? Most of these things might actually be basic in another country, but we are so backward here in Nigeria and Africa at large that we are still fighting for it. So I feel like if we can get these things down, there's a lot in the modern financial world we can achieve, and there's a lot we can do. Now, I'm going to digress a little bit, because my topic was role of blockchain in promoting financial inclusion and economic empowerment, but there is also an aspect of this, a sub-aspect, because you cannot really promote financial inclusion and economic empowerment without first developing yourself. because that's basically the end point. Financial inclusion, if you have access to funds, you can carry out more transactions, you can become richer in a real sense. But blockchain has also helped each and every one of us. Like, I look around and if I start to pick one of you, you can tell me, oh, I'm a Web3 graphic designer, oh, I do this, I write content for brands. Like, most of us have made a living off this thing, off this little thing over here. Like, if I clap for yourselves again, clap for yourselves again. Most of us have made a living off pressing our phones and off this same blockchain that I'm coming to teach, that I'm coming to talk on. Because, honestly, look around you. It's not really, the economy isn't one that gives a lot of opportunities to anyone. But in the advent of introducing or promoting financial inclusion, economic empowerment, it also helps you and I directly. Like, I have a couple of my friends here, I have a couple of my friends there. Each of them are more, I don't want to cast their networks, but you can say they are very well to do based on, they are very well to do because of blockchain, being millionaires themselves and having raised other millionaires too. They are very good. Not me, of course, but all of them around. They know, they know themselves. But, and that's just the beauty of it. People who start from zero can actually climb their way to the top based on what they can offer and what they can get in return. This will also, again, like, I look at, whenever you are talking about the economy, in economics, we call this the macro and the micro analysis. If you're looking at the macro aspect, you're looking at it as a whole. But the micro aspect, you start from small, the individual systems. And once you know you can change it at the base, at the individual level, it expands. It's a very big and beautiful domino effect, and it's going to increase the spiral for us all. So I think, and in the advent of women in DeFi and listen, honestly, shout out to the whole team, shout out to shout out to the beautiful ladies there, you know, everything that they've been doing since. It's actually really amazing, because in their own way, they are trying to promote financial inclusion and economic empowerment through education, through these events you see now, and a lot of things like this. And so, in the advent of that, I think Sarah mentioned the training, but I do not know. She hasn't given me the full details. But you know, based on they are my women, I'm going to support them with a little token of 100,000 naira. Let's get some things on that way, because 100,000. Did anybody say $100,000? Why I want to see that card? So anyway, all said and done, you know, Coach Chats and Cocktails is and is always going to be a success in whichever state chapter they're going to do. And it's been a pleasure speaking in front of you today. Thank you.
Please keep celebrating him. Keep celebrating him. Celebrating. At least he has actually. Sir, please, sir. Sorry, it's my bad. Before you step down, please come. No, he's actually supporting the pioneer of this event. Please celebrate him once more. Celebrate him once more. Before you step down, sir, one unique thing I actually loved so much about him was actually his walking style while he was coming upward. No, to be honest, I'm a person that loves fashion. His walking style, no. Maybe you had modeling as part of your you know, double your also now. No time for ungbati.
Please, a round of applause for Sir Robert Owens. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming. I don't know if I told you guys when he was stepping on that he's an economics expert, yeah? And if you notice the way he was talking, very quiet, no stress, this and that, you know, everything was cool. And then he rounded it off with, I want to support you guys with the God when. Like, God, when am I getting to this level? Anyway, one of these days, we look up to him. So once again, a round of applause for him. One of the topics that he has taken is something that is very special to me. Let me divert, or is it divert? English is hard. Let me move on from the topic a little bit and talk about something, yeah? When I worked in blockchain for social impact with Polygon blockchain at some point last year, and one of the most beautiful things that you could ever experience is going to these places that you think, oh, they don't know anything, or, you know, we're going to help them. And then you have these conversations with these people, and the things they say, the conversations you have, and you're like, they know these things. they just don't have the opportunity. I mean, you go to places, and I was in the Ajegule slums last year to do blockchain development for kids in the slum, and I saw people that were doing things with JavaScript that I have not seen a lot of people do, but they don't have these platforms, they don't have this opportunity. All over Nigeria, all over Africa as a whole, are this that needs this financial inclusion. It's not just about money. I think a lot of people look at money and think money is the end game. Money is not the end game. Money is a tool. Financial inclusion is not the end game. It is a tool, because when you include people in finances, if you include people in the economy, what happens? They're able to grow. They're able to expand. They're able to produce. They're able to do things. They're able to innovate. Those innovation, that expansion, that advance, we're going to be talking about them right after, from kind of like a community of people that are going to be moving from ground zero to like expert level in the blockchain technology space. And lucky for us, one of their co-founders is actually going to be in this panel session. So right after that, I'll come back, okay? And then I'll introduce them, and then they're going to talk to us about it. But the reason why I'm telling you now is because I actually want you to listen when they are doing this panel section, because the Rebirth is giving us 10 spots. I thought you'd be clapping. Like, there's no excitement. Should I take it? Should I take it?
10 slots.
Okay. So they'll be giving us 10 spots in their platforms for you to be able to, even if you're a newbie, even if you're like from ground zero, don't worry. If you've not made your first $100,000, like one of our speakers, don't worry. You know, you'll be able to make it on this platform. So stay excited and listen to this panel session. And to take this panel session is an amazing chapter lead for women in DeFi. To me, please come up. A round of applause for her, please. See, when I'm introducing my women,
please celebrate,
please clap.
Celebrate.
A round of applause.
Wow.
Thank you so much, to me. So she's going to be taking the session, and just stay tuned.
Thank you for coming to me.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Please, I need to say this. Can we please celebrate ourselves once again? Smile and celebrate yourself. You have to smile, please. Smile and celebrate yourself. So I'm super excited to be here this morning with amazing speakers with tons of experience in different niche in blockchain, Web3. And this morning we have a beautiful topic on marketing in Web3, the strategies to success. I know we have a lot of people who have been thinking, okay, can I go into marketing? And we already have marketers here. So join me as I welcome our first speaker, the one and only Olubunmi Fabanwo, the founding partner of Ports Connect.
Fabanwo is a blockchain enthusiast, global speaker, and founding partner of Ports Connect. He is manager affiliate program for Binance Africa. Prior to that, he gained traditional banking and fintech experiences with GT Bank PLC and Mono respectively.
Thank you very much. And the next person is OJ, the founder of DeFi Milita. Please celebrate them. Celebrate them.
Meet OJ.
I told you we have amazing speakers for this session.
Web3 tutor and trader, key opinion leader at CDFI Fund and Vision Exchange.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. And the next person who is going to be the only lady for this session is our one and only DeFi queen. Please join me as I welcome CEO of SCT and the marketing manager. Please, you can do better.
DeFi Vanessa, widely recognized as the DeFi Queen, is a renowned crypto influencer, marketing strategist, and visionary leader in the world of decentralized finance. She has made a significant impact in the world of decentralized finance and has trained over 3,000 students on this subject. Her strategic marketing insights have contributed to the success of various crypto projects, furthering the adoption of DeFi technologies.
Please, let's celebrate her. You can do better, please. Okay, the last speaker for this session is Sir Casey, the founder of OPEX Institute. Please, let's celebrate them.
Sir Casey is an influential Web3 tutor and a seasoned trader. He is one of the top marketing leads and partnership managers in the Web3 space, having led several blue-chip projects. He is a founder of OPEX Institute and co-founder of the Rebirth 5000.
Please, let's celebrate them. We can do better, please. All right. As you all know that the way the internet is going, the evolving of internet, we all know that there is no how anyhow. We can, Web3 is here to stay. There is no argument. And a lot of companies, even individuals, they have been transitioning from Web2 into Web3. So my question will go to OJ. Please, can you please give us, as the founder of DeFi Militia, the key differences between marketing in Web 2 and marketing in Web 3? Is it the same, or we have differences? So can you please tell us the key differences between marketing in Web 2 and Web 3? Thank you very much.
Okay, I think the first thing I want to mention is there's one thing that distincts Web 2 marketing and Web 3 marketing, which is incentivization. Most of the marketing strategies that are applied in Web3 are always to make sure that community members benefit from whatever the project is doing, whether through airdrops, whether through giveaways. So, but you know, for Web3, Web2, most of the time, it's about probably buying the product, raffles, and in a way, probably just one person or a few people get incentivized. But for Web3, most of the time, there's these strategies that are applied to make sure each and every member of that community actually benefits from whatever the project is set out to do. And another thing is anonymity. The fact that as a Web3 marketer, or even in the Web3 space, as in Web3 marketing, you are appreciated for your skills. Any type of skill you offer, like they necessarily don't need to know who you are before you can actually work alongside these brands and projects. Because most of the time for Web2 brands, I've worked with a few of them, you need to like go through KYC, they need to know who you are, your address, your account, and stuff like that. But for Web3, nobody needs to know who you are. The fact that anybody can pick up a job, even marketing jobs, and even projects, like nobody needs to know who is behind that particular project, and they can make the most and even build a successful project through their marketing, makes it much more different than what is happening in Web 2.
Thank you very much. Then my next question will go to our own DeFi Queen. So as they are explaining that Web 2, Web 3, so can you please list the challenges and the benefits of introducing decentralized finance into marketing strategies? You know, we have like normal marketing that we all know before Web 3 come to space. So can you just explain the benefits and challenges of introducing decentralized finance into Web?
Hi guys. Okay. The benefits of introducing DeFi into marketing, it actually allows for global markets. It allows for you to actually access the global market. All right. For example, if I'm a marketer on Twitter, all right, I can actually I can relate to devs. Devs can actually use me in marketing, right? I can relate to, I actually have a global audience. I can actually reach out to a global audience, right? I try to go into something, drop shipping, right? For me to actually get started, marketing in that field, I had to sign up. I had to actually get a bank, a foreign account, right? And it actually took me a lot of time, or it's taking me a lot of time right now to get that, right? So incorporating DeFi into marketing allows you to actually, reach a global audience without having to even use banking infrastructures, right? Because a dev can basically pay you, a dev can basically pay me, right, through cryptocurrency, through the blockchain. I don't necessarily have to have a bank account and a foreign account to relate with a dev that is out there, right? Now, another benefit is that liquidity pools, right? DeFi protocols actually have liquidity pools, and they actually allow users to lend digital assets, right? So marketers can actually, use this liquidity for marketing campaigns, for initiatives, for airdrops, right? So these are benefits that, incorporating DeFi into marketing actually brings, right? Now the challenge is complexity, all right? Imagine a newbie, somebody that is totally new to the DeFi space. You're telling him, oh, you have to have a crypto wallet, you have to download a wallet, you have to do this, you have to do that. You have to also, be able to use dApps, decentralized exchanges, to, carry out transactions, right? Complexity. So using DeFi, right, using the DeFi technology in marketing can be a challenge for people that are actually new. Yeah.
Right, thank you very much. From where you stepped, you said it's kind of the complexity part of it. So my next question will go to Olubunmi Fabao. So as a marketer, someone that just said now that, okay, there is complexity. What are the required skills that a marketer should have in order to strive in this Web3?
All right, thank you. Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, Ibadan. They say now on a pass on and they would do like this now. Hello, Ibadan. No vex. All right, so for skills, and I would like to mention one thing first. There is no Web3 marketing professional or anybody that knows so much, because Web3 is barely 14 years old, I mean. So if anybody's coming to you and saying that, oh, I'm a Web3 professional, I want to teach you all these things, it's probably bullshit. Forgive my language. So you can always do your own research yourself. If you have marketing experience previously and you're getting into Web3, even better. In terms of skills, the first thing you need to know is, of course, have knowledge about blockchain technology, about the basics of Web3. And I think that you have to be able to work in what I would call an ambiguous environment. So I work with full-time with a big organization in the Web3 space. And every other time, in fact, every day you wake up, the PR people are the ones that have it the worst. You have to start drafting memos, you have to start drafting responses and all of that. So if you're a Gen Zer and you don't want to be stressed, then don't come to Web3, because Web3 will stress you the hell out. So you have to have the ability first to be able to run. So you know everything you're doing, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And it's the same thing, it never changes. But it's be very versatile on social media. So in the Web2 space, I love to remain anonymous. I don't brand my organization with my own social media. But you can't do that in Web3. You have to be the face of your organization as a marketer. You have to be the market itself. So you have to get on conversations, especially public conversations. If you are too shy to speak on Twitter space, bro, Web3 is not the space for you. You have to be ready. For you to be a marketer in Web3, you have to be ready to speak. You have to come forward and speak to 1,000 people. Even if you are scared, you have to breathe in and out for like 20 times, then come back and speak. And you have to be as original as possible in Web3. I think I've done justice to that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I think you just said something on my mind about going out, like you have to put yourself out in the Web3. I was someone, before I joined Women in DeFi, sorry, I'm someone that I just believe, let me just day my day. I just want to be, I don't care. But in this Web3, that you have to put yourself out there so that people can see you. Thank you very much. So my next question will go to Sakesi as the founder of Opes Institute. And the last section we talk about community. What do you think are the roles community engagement plays in Web3 marketing? And how can businesses make use of it? The roles of community in Web3 marketing.
All right, GM, everybody. GM, Ibadan. Nice. I don't know why everywhere is cold. It's called the AC. GM, CCC. All right. The question was roles of communities, yeah? Now, that question, I'm going to tweak it in a way. let's start from the NFTs aspect. When it comes to brand using NFTs as, a way to, market and push that particular brand, all right? NFTs are literally like a new, more exciting ways of pushing things these days. How will I explain this now? NFTs are literally, they use NFTs as a kind of unique and digital assets that their fans can literally collect, can trade, and literally show off. Now, if you are very conversant with Twitter, I'm sure a good number of us here, if you are in this hall and you don't have a Twitter account, they're meant to like boot you outside. Because I don't know how you'd be in Web3 space and you don't have a Twitter account. So like, if you check on Twitter, those that are literally into Web3 and all, you literally see them, flexing a kind of NFT project on their PFP or something. Like mine is Just Ape. All right, I bought from secondary. I swept a couple of things, and I don't know what happened to Just Ape though. But then it's not Justin again. But I still decided to leave it there. And then you see some certain people. I think Zeus on his primates, and now that alone is a way of pushing this brand out there. And then the brands, some of them even have a kind of Web2 brand attached to them. All right, I once worked for a project, and it was because of the NFT project that we got to know of his own Web2 project. And then people started moving to like, okay, what is this guy doing and whatnot. All right, so NFTs these days, I'm gonna like be hitting on NFTs. Probably we'll talk about DeFi later. NFTs is literally like a very sweet and one of the like exciting ways when it comes to like pushing your brands out there. All right, so yeah, let me just leave it at that.
All right, thank you very much. You said something about NFT. I think I will come back to that. Then my next question will go to Olubunmi. What do you think is the implication of Web3 for influencer marketing and brand partnerships?
Okay. So if you're an influencer here, please, can you wave? If you're an influencer here, wave your hand now. I get a job for you, wave your hand. All right, so those are the people chopping our money. If you are doing marketing in Web3 space and you're not thinking about influencer marketing, then you're a joker. Because the space is relatively new, so you need people with large communities to help you explain what you're trying to do. And I would say to projects that think that marketing or influencer marketing is not or I would say that you've not started yet. For you to explain whatever you are building, you need people that have that base, people that have followership, people that have trust of people to help you send out the message. So brand partnerships, of course, influencer marketing, very, 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 very key. The biggest projects that you find today, I've been able to utilize influencers in different spaces. So the table where I work, I deal with these guys the most. That's like almost my 24 hours in a day. And it gets really, really difficult because you have to think about different ways to be dynamic, to not make it boring. How many of us find NFTs, crypto boring? Don't be shy. I do. It's boring. I mean, it bores me out, really. But then there are some people that make it very, very interesting. People like me. Clap for me now. We say, what now? Clap for us now. If you came early, the founder of Women in DeFi explained and broke down blockchain in a very, very interesting way. Those are the kind of people that make things happen. So for anybody that is coming up, you're trying to do content and all of that, you're trying to build your space. Try as much as possible to explain Web3 and all the concepts in a very, very simplistic way. I think the other implication for influencer marketing in Web3 space is that we depend on it too much. So you also still have to do some extra marketing. Can you guys give women in DeFi a round of applause, please? Honestly, I saw minimal additions from big influencers, and look at what is here. Please give them a round of applause again. So if they are dependent on maybe a Victor Abiola to keep posting every other time to get these people here, then they would have been joking. So they did deep down, they rolled up their sleeves, they did actual marketing. So another implication is do not lose sight of getting down to the nitty-gritty. When I was with a bank and I was in marketing, I was leading a team of people that would go outside and open accounts. But it got to a point, I also had to go outside to open an account myself. I let go of my tie. And it gave me a different look about how to market. It gave me different ideas about how to do it more. So a lot of founders just sit down behind their table and they cross their legs and say, oh, I want to go and pitch to a VC. And you tell them all the lies and everything about the Nigerian blockchain industry is coming up, blah, blah, blah. Whereas you come back and you're not doing shit. It's very important to roll up your sleeves and do the actual work. Don't depend only on influencer marketing and brand partnership. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, can we please celebrate him once again? Thank you. So from where you stopped, Sakesi, you said something about NFTs. With the way NFTs are trending, can you please explain how brands can make use of NFTs and what are the benefits they offer? Did you get it?
Okay, I think everything I even said was like literally explained this question. But then let me break it down in a way. Like I said, NFTs are literally like really exciting ways that brands these days can use to like, build relationships with their fans, all right? And like I said, their fans can literally like collect, trade, and literally show off these NFTs. All right, and doing that alone kind of like fosters more visibility for that brand. And then you see ways whereby they can even create revenue streams. All right, and how they do this by probably creating edited or limited editions of that particular NFTs, and then they make more money and whatnot. And they can also use it as a kind of, when it comes to community activities and certain engagements and all. So like putting all these things together and even more, it can literally like help these brands, put themselves out there. And then when you look at something, you notice that the NFTs are literally putting these brands in front of like a kind of new audience. All right, so the question now is, can these brands actually sell themselves properly and retain that, what's the word now? Retain that presence. All right, so I'll leave it at that question.
Thank you very much. So Vanessa, as we all know that when we talk about storytelling, everybody loves to interesting story. As a copywriter, I know that when you want to write a copy and you start with interesting story, everybody, especially if it is your success story, everybody will want to read it. So can you please explain to us how can marketers make use of storytelling in this Web3 space? Thank you.
Okay, so we all know what stories are, right? When they say, oh, story, what comes to our head is something fun, story, something interesting, something exciting, something simple, all right? So storytelling is basically using simple terms, all right, to convey information to the audience, basically, all right? So how can marketers use storytelling to actually, to actually what? Okay, align with decentralized nature. Okay, all right, so marketers can actually, put out content that are simple. Some people think that the more bogus your word sounds, the more intelligent you actually are, right? Some people feel like, oh, they have to use big terms when they are posting content, right? But what people actually read, right, what would actually bring conversions is what catches the audience. I'm very particular on hooks. I mean, sometimes I just go through Twitter and I try to read or see people that use, catchy hooks. My mentor, Billionaire Son, I think I've entered his DM one time to actually, talk about hooks. I wanted to make it post a trade, and I was like, oh, stop, please, can you help me to, put this and this and this together, right? Catchy hooks, right, with good storylines actually catch, the audience and then can give conversions, right? So people can actually, marketers can actually do what? Try to tell more stories or try to make their content, right, into stories so that people can actually understand what they are trying to, what they are trying to convey, right? The information they're trying to convey. Now, storytelling is not just about content writing, putting out content on your page or writing, right? You can actually tell stories, visual stories. People are auditory learners, people are visual learners, right? So instead of just, writing, you can actually, pass information through actually making videos of yourself, telling stories. I know that if I want to market for a project, right, I get more conversions on WhatsApp. Why? Because I'm very free to make videos of myself. I mean, I have a fine face. So I'm actually very free to make videos of myself on WhatsApp, talk about any particular project I'm pushing, and then they are seeing my face. I'm telling a story, I'm saying, oh, they can do this and this, and this project can do this and this and that. And I'm telling stories on, how it has personally affected me and how it can also affect, the users. So I feel like telling stories actually bring conversions, and it's a way that, marketers should look into passing information in decentralized finance.
All right, thank you very much. My next question will go to OJ. We all know that, fine, we are saying, okay, we are in Web3 era, everything like that, but we have a lot of people that don't even know what DeFi is all about. Now, imagine that as a marketer, you want to build trust with that kind of person. Even the one that we call decentralized, they'll be like, we don't know, maybe you want to carry our money and go. So they'll be like, what are you even saying? So how can marketers build trust using decentralized finance? Thank you.
Okay. The first thing is you can't go into a space that you don't know much about. You can't say you want to market for a space that you hardly know, the in and out. So the first thing is education. Now, the education is, I would say, I'll talk about it on the marketing end and also on the audience end, because both sides need to be educated. As a marketer coming into this space, you need to educate yourself. What is DeFi all about? What is blockchain all about? Fundamental analysis, news, events, the effects they have on the market, and also the type of content you also want to put out. You want to build an audience now with a new, let's say you are just moving now from Web 2 to Web 3 marketing. You want to build a new audience. It's not the same type of people that you met in Web 2 now, they are going to meet in Web 3. So having to build that audience, what type of content are you going to put out? What type of trends, like what type of content are you going to put out? What type of threads for Twitter now, threads, tweets, for Instagram, video content, lives, what type of content are you going to put? It's very important. So having to educate yourself on how the space works, what blockchain is, what decentralized finance is, not just important for those, for those that you want to educate, but also for you as a marketer, because it's it works best for you when you actually have a very good understanding of how the space works, and it makes your job much more easier. And then another thing is transparency. One thing, they always say this thing, like if you are building in silence in Web3, like you are building nonsense. Whatever you are doing, you are working with a project, you are marketing for them, I think it needs to be out there. Let everybody know, let everybody see. Like that's why we have things like collaborations, announcements, and stuff like that, because it helps everybody to know that, okay, this is so-and-so marketer, this is who is working with. I mean, so many of us marketers have built portfolios based on people we have worked with in the past or are still working with, and it's those portfolios that still helps you keep securing jobs. So it helps that way when you actually let people know who you are working for, what type of job you are doing for them.
Thank you very much. In conclusion, in a minute, I would like all our speakers to answer this. We all know that Web3 is evolving every day. So as marketers, what are the future trends they should prepare for in Web3 marketing? The future trend marketers should prepare for. Thank you. I hope you got it. Okay, let's do ladies first.
Okay, so social fi. All right, social fi is a trend that it's not it's not really out there right now. I think Moringo even does something like that, and Cassava, all right, Cassava Network, all right. I think SocialFi is something that is going to boom very soon, and marketers can actually catch up, or business owners can actually catch up by creating platforms that actually give incentives to users, right? Imagine posting a thread on Twitter and then getting incentives from, from posting these threads, right? It's actually something that can create mass adoption, all right? So yeah, SocialFi.
Okay, I think regulation, which is what everybody doesn't like to talk about, is the elephant in the room. If you're in marketing, the future trend of your future trend is government regulation. You cannot escape it. So you may be somebody that doesn't like, oh, these people, they are like this, they are like that. You are not ready. If you are going to come into this space, you have to be ready for regulation, and you have to know that every day you survive without regulation is a day down to your doomsday, because it's going to come. I think the other trend would be prepared for interoperability. So if you look at Web 2 now, you probably find out that Threads, which is, I don't know, people talk about it, people are really talking about it, is probably going shoulder to shoulder with Twitter. So you probably will not be able to bring your threads into Twitter. You have to probably screenshot them. So both platforms are not interoperable. They are not operating on the same platforms or using the same infrastructure. But in Web3, like OJ said, if you are building alone, you are stupid. If you are building in silence in Web3, you have to be able to use other people's platforms. I know a lot of startups, blockchain startups, crypto startups, that leverage on Finance's platform to get things done. I know a lot of big organizations that leverage on other smaller ones. They utilize their infrastructure. So you have to be ready. You have to open your mind for that. Yeah, there's competition, but just leave that when you're leaving your room and you're getting on your computer. Just know that I'm ready to work with people that I can get value from. That's the future trend. Thank you.
Please don't forget, in 1 minute. Thank you.
Okay, I think for me is I would say multi-social media marketing. I feel like for now in crypto, like they said, if you are not on Twitter, Twitter is where everything is happening. But I wanted to get to a point where it's everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, every single social media platform you get to, you don't just have an avenue to see crypto content, but can even get jobs, or even provide your skills as a marketer, or even as another job responsibility.
All right. I would want to plead on something though. Maybe give me 3 minutes, because I want to give 3 good points now. 1 minute per point. And I'm going to be focusing on the marketers. I don't know how many of us are marketers in here. When I mean marketers, let me explain. You've ever shilled before, or you're an ambassador, or you're an influencer, or anything. Can I see our hands up? Shillers, all of now. Yeah, thank you. All right. Now, in terms of future stuff, 3 points. 1, education. Educating yourselves. The second one is fraud and scams. And the third one is privacy protection. All right. Now, quickly, the first one is education, A lot of marketers in this space. I'm a marketer. I am this, I am that. But then you're using 2021 strategies in 2023. Or you are a marketer, you are this, you have sold out, whatever, whatnot. And then, you don't even know what is happening at that time in the space. And then because you believed at some point it was like a kind of narrative that was happening, you don't want to bring that kind of strategy to this current era. You should understand that as the space, grows, you yourself should evolve. All right? Don't just say, I've made this money, I'm not meant to evolve and stuff. All right? Now, secondly, fraud and scams. Try as much as possible. I understand we're building our names and reputation and whatnot. Try as much as possible not to associate yourself with a brand that is trying to scam people. If you are going to put yourself out there, Because at some point, it's going to affect your name. All right? Those of us that are trying to build reputation. Okay, now let me leave it at that. All right? And finally, privacy protection. I do this thing a lot. Sometimes we have cases whereby you're telling a project your strategies, all right, after they've onboarded you. Now, you see that at some point, sometimes they just lay off that marketer because you probably gave out too much. And then they start using your strategies in probably other brands they're building and whatnot, all right? Try as much as possible to get an NDA with this project. Get legal backings. If they try to use your strategies elsewhere, you have every right to sue them. They do this a lot to marketers as well, whereby they want to tell you what they're building, but then they get you to sign a kind of NDA. All right? They get you to, when I mean NDA, I mean non-disclosure agreement. And they get their lawyers to back up because they're like, they don't want you to share whatever they're building, blah, blah. You know, it's just what we're having with, you know, is it Twitter and Thread, whereby Elon is trying to, like, I don't know what he's trying to do. But you get the point. Try as much as possible to make sure that there is an NDA backing you. And because someone like me now, I know what I carry. When it comes to giving you advice, I know. If you try use my advice outside without my consent, I will come for you. So yeah, thank you for giving me that time to explain.
All right, thank you very much. If we have learned one thing or the other, can we please celebrate our speakers or anything? Can we please say thank you, stars, thank you, Mars? All right. In conclusion, I hope you have learned something that when you are coming to Web3, get ready to go shamelessly. This place, you can't just stay in one corner and expect that, okay, something will just come and meet you for your room. You have to go out. It will give you access to a large audience. So thank you very much. Before I go, can we please have a picture together? Thank you very much.
While they're taking a pause, please celebrate them and celebrate them. Keep clapping, keep clapping. That's been a wonderful time out. Thank you, Animation, also for delivering.
A round of applause for them, please. All right, a round of applause, please. One thing I don't like about you guys are not clapping. Like, thank you. Absolutely, thank you. Now, that was an amazing session. I honestly enjoyed it so much. They were asking, are you an influencer? I was looking at my influencers. One is good, Shao. You're an influencer, and they were all smirking. Nobody was raising hand. If they ask, are you a project manager now? Or a community writer? Or, I'm sorry, a content writer, a community manager, I want to give you a job. I know some people here, the first thing they do is raise their legs so that you can see them well. But influencers, they have too much money. So anyway, well, a round of applause for them once again. Before I started that session, I spoke about Rebirth, which is, I'm not going to go too much into that detail, but I'm going to be inviting back on stage one of our panelists, that just left. And they're also going to be giving a few spots to the Rebirth, so you might want to open your ears and pay attention. Sakesi, are you ready, please? A round of applause for him as he comes back on stage.
Sakesi is an influential Web3 tutor and a seasoned trader.
Oh, and alongside him is the one and only billionaire son. One more time, a round of applause for them.
If you sleep on a... Okay, first let me start with good afternoon, everybody. Your favorite billionaire son. Can you guys hear me? Wow. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. You guys can hear me now, right? Okay, I'm sure somehow, somewhere, I don't know, from a friend on Twitter, you should have heard about the Rebirth. Is that so? Is that so? No, right? Okay. Please, I will need slides come up. We have just very few minutes. Myself and my mentor.
Hey. Look, let me tell you guys something. Casey is Casey today because of Billionaire Son.
Lie.
You see, when it comes to, okay, let me start from one part you guys know about. You see that my WhatsApp views thing. Today, I think I currently have about 4-point-something views daily, like daily. 4-point-something thousand views, all right? And it's because of Billionaire Son and what he taught me, all right? So him calling me mentor now, I know what did they try to do, sir? All right, carry on.
Please, can we get the slides up, please? I don't know.
Technical team, Alpha now.
Okay, while we're waiting for them. So, one day, I was in my pastor's house, and somehow, that hot Sunday afternoon, I got an idea from heaven above. And what was the idea? Rebirth. It was difficult. At that point, it was a moment when I was very, I was in a moment of prayer, and that idea came up. I was thinking of how I could do it and all of those things. But it took me 3 months, right, for all of the ideas to properly come down. And I shared it with him. And we are currently making it very possible. Now, we have seen a lot of things happening in the space. You know, people make a lot of things. And people don't have money to pay for courses and all of that. And people do free class so that they can use it to, you know, teach people about the advanced class or get people to pay for the advanced classes, right? Now we thought of a way to, you know, bring people that don't have money to pay for courses and people that have money to pay for courses to get, these lights are very bright, oh my God, my eyes, to get something that is worthwhile. If we are not playing, this is, okay, the color is not bright. If you are not playing, right, we have done numbers for our community. So let me just talk about him. I'm sure from OPS alone, he has been able to generate over $1 million in the last 1 year for his community by just the thing he has taught. I myself, for DeFi, it's DeFi jobs, while I'm just DeFi, teach DeFi and how you can go around about that. And we've made some of your idolos, yes. We've been able to teach them and onboard them, basically, and, you know, bring them to the light. And we are looking to do that again, yes. We are not going to give you a course whereby it's not paid, then we'll not dedicate our time. I myself and him, we are looking to dedicate 2 to 3 months of our time teaching you. When I mean change your story, I mean change your story. If at the end of the day, your life is not transformed, believe me, it was your fault, not my fault. Because we have brought out the best to make it a free class. So, Rebirth is an initiative. I don't know, we don't have this. Okay, let me just use my phone, so I'll be fast. Pardon me your time, please. Okay, now who can participate in Rebirth? Anybody can participate in Rebirth. You do not need anything to be a participant. All you need to do is just fill the form. And the barcode will be put on here, right? Just scan the barcode if you can get it. Or you go to Twitter at Rebirth 5000, Rebirth 5000. Then you're able, and do whatever you can do. I mean, do whatever you can do. Totally, last time I checked, I saw 270,000 entries already for Rebirth, right? And what we need is just 5,000 people. Once you get it and you agree to it, then we work together. Then, how do you get bet listed? Man, I don't know how to tell you this, but anything you can do to get bet listed, I can currently tell you it's very hyped. For some of us that don't already know it, for those that know it, know that it's already very hyped. Anything you can do to bet listed, do it. This is something that can change your life. I mean it. Human DeFi brought this opportunity to you, and we are bringing this to you also. It can change your life. I mean it. I am there about it. So how to know if you are bet listed? If you are bet listed eventually, I don't know if some of us had it. Okay, I think we are basically newbies here. If you were on you, if you minted the God's youth list, right? You know, if you want to know that you are youth listed, you just go to their website and you see that your listing has been said has changed to youth listed, right? That is how it's going to be. Once you get your data, for instance, okay, yes, something like this, yes. On you're going to be posted on Twitter like this, right? They say your name, you have been what? Bet listed for bet lists. Okay, now, we also know that there are people who do not have, I remember when I started, I used when I started crypto, I used one very small phone that is, that time, less than 5,000 naira, or less than 10,000 naira. It was 512 RAM and 1 GB of space. You couldn't do a lot. So we currently understand that people who are in that state want to help people who are in that state to make sure, to reward them. So we have something that is called the Rebirth walkthrough. We're going to be giving out laptops. We're giving out phones. Yes, it's a free class. We're going to be giving out all of these things. We have paid so much to get this class. We have done so much to get this class, or rather to get this initiative. I'll call it a new meta. I'll call it a meta. Some of our idolos, some of our big brands are currently watching to see what we can do. Some of them are behind the shades, you know. These guys are pulling. How do they want to do it? Yes, it's a meta. I can probably say we started. And by the time we are done with this first stage, you are going to see a lot of other people trying to do it. Believe me, it's going to happen.
All right. In a few minutes, I thought we were going to like make some noise for that laptop. Even that laptop alone, Seth. Because he said he started with, what's that your phone? If I tell you what I started with,
Vivo,
1 gig. How many of us know all these China phones and all those? I started there, I bought it from, is it a Computer Village at Ikeja, Lagos. And when I bought this phone, I'm the kind of person I like carrying 2 phones. I was feeling like a big boy then. And then this phone was exactly 10,000. The other one was 8,000 higher than it, that's 18,000. This phone, the 10,000 known, if you use it to make one call, just one phone call, it will go off. You need to, if you're going to use that phone, you need to like make sure it is charged. One phone call. The other one, the problem is that one could not browse.
If you remove charger, it off.
If you remove charger, it don't off. So imagine when you are, you're trying to look for the next 100x, or you are watching a kind of token trying to pump, and the phone go off. All right, so for the laptop and the phone stuff, yeah, when we get closer to that time, we'll be breaking it down to those that eventually get birth listed. We're going to birth list about 5,000 people, all right? So we'll tell you guys exactly how it's going to be. But from the way that I'm seeing it, if it be probably weekly, might be monthly, all right? And then we'll still come back to that. Now, the management. Management is literally myself and Billionaire Son as the co-founders of this program, okay? And we also have Billionaire Daughter in the house. That's Favor. Favor, can you like wave your hand or something? We have Favor. Favor is going to be in charge of the community. She's the lead community manager. Now we have King, and we also have King. She's not in the house. She could not join us today. King is the lead, the assistant lead content strategist. We have the main content strategist as Otuma Wen. She's not also around. All right, then we finally have Emerald in charge of graphics. Emerald, celebrate Emerald in the house, please. All the graphics you've been seeing has been Emerald, all right? And then we have Gioned in charge of the website that is yet to come. All right, then next slide. What's the next slide? About 2 more slides or so. All right, I would also love if the barcode is here. All right, now we have a campus ambassador program. Now, I don't know how many of us are still in school here, or probably, I don't know. I know some of us have left school and stuff. Me, I still in school. But then we have campus ambassador program. If you're a student and you have a kind of position in your school that you have influence, all right? I think today or tomorrow we'll be putting out a tweet on our page, and we'll be calling on all of you to help us push this vision in your schools, all right? A whole lot of incentives and, whatnot. More information will be posted later this week, all right? And finally, what's the next slide? Finally, we have the barcode, all right? So you can use your phone to scan this, and it's going to take you to the form. You fill the form, and you pray, you fast, grind, do content. Say, I don't know, beg your idolos. They should come and beg us. Although your idolos said no fee change,
They don't really understand.
They know
these people, they don't really understand.
They know
waiting they down. If they get, all of them, they stand up with their phone.
The thing is, I think a couple of persons, they pay to learn, and then in less than a month, you're making your first million and all. I don't know. If you are here and you've not made your first million and you want to join this class, trust me, you're going to make that million.
The last person I dedicated my time to, in a month, she made her first million. It was surprising to her. She was begging, please. I finally just gave her my time. In 1 month, she made her first million. It was surprising. And I'm looking to do that again with 5,000 people. I know it's not possible to get 5,000 people to be millionaires at once. But I know it's time. But then, rest assured, you don't need to cap too much.
All right, so I remain Sir Casey, and your favorite is your favorite billionaire son. Thank you.
A round of applause for them again. Like, I don't know why you guys find it difficult to clap. Oh. A round of applause. Anyway, I'm coming. Hold on. Wait, what did you guys think I was going to do? Scan the barcode, of course. Like, I saw a lot of you that were just looking, and most of you are newbies. Most of you are students. Maybe all of you are rich. Maybe you've made your own first million. But me? Wow. All right. Well played. Anyway, thank you so much, Billionaire Son and Casey. They did not send me, but I sent myself. So we have 10 spots that you don't have to grind. You don't have to fill the form. You don't have to do anything. But the problem is I don't know how to give it, because you guys are not giving me the excitement I want. Like, everybody's just dull. So I don't know. Women in DeFi team, should I just give it to my family and friends? Abby? I just give it to my cousins and my siblings. Is anybody even interested? Like, if you're interested, let me see your hands up. It's not enough. I'm not doing it again. Is anybody interested? There are people that are interested. I'm not doing it again. Is anybody interested? Okay, it looks like we're interested. But now I have a dilemma, and we're going to solve it together. So how do we do this? Because we are at least 1,000, 1,500 people, if not more. How am I supposed to get 10 people from all of us? Please, if you have a solution, raise up. Thank you. Come out. I'm serious, come on. We'll do it together. Can I have the other mic, please? Thank you. So we'll do it together. You better have a good idea for me. What? Say it. Repeat that thing. Use your mic. No, name it. No, don't worry. I'll help you on it. And you want to have mine to repeat it. Repeat it.
I wanted to say you should pick me first, then we'll pick the 9 together.
What do I say to this man now? You are saying I should give him 1. If your answer is yes, raise up your hand. If your answer is no, raise up your hand. Sorry, hi. What's your name? Use the mic.
My name is Moshokwe.
What soap did you bathe today? I just want to know.
Premier Cool.
Premier Cool. Please note, bathe Premier Cool every time you're going. You have a spot. So let's pick the 9 now. So how do we do it? You are not allowed to pick. Give me an idea and we'll do it.
3 from here, 3 from here, then 3 from there.
So how do we pick the 3? Not by raising hand. They have to do something. They have to earn it. They can't get it for free like you. Questions, yeah? All right. Were you even listening? Because I need you to give me 3 questions. Then I'll come up with the rest. And if you don't do 3 questions, I'll take away my spot back because it means you're not listening. So start thinking. All right. So
Can I get my jotter then?
your oh, you jotted. Yes. Do you want an extra spot?
Yes.
Okay, bring your jotter. All right, while he's going, so what question am I going to ask now? It has to be tricky. Because even me, I don't have a spot for this class, and I'm trying to understand why. Why don't I have my own personal spot? Wow. Wow. Please, let me see. Raise up your hand. Person that said that. If I give you spot, make I know it's Kosa. All right, so the question I have is, I think they mentioned about 3 other people in the team aside from Billionaire Son and Casey. If you know all 3, raise up your hand.
All
catch them. I catch them.
There's a hand up already.
The lady on the face.
Face your paint. Okay. Come.
All 3.
All 3 teams. Don't fall my hand though.
Please hurry. We don't have all time because
cool.
we have like a lot of things to do right now. All right, so your name and the 3 people. Real fast.
My name is Omontorera. He mentioned billionaire daughter, king, and graphic designer. I don't know.
Oh. They're coming down. Let her breathe now.
All right. His name is Emerald, but because you got it, please, Amara, please help me get their names, yeah? So you get a spot. So I've been told that I'm taking time, which means you're actually going to get this very freely now, because I don't have the time. So let's do this. First 4 to come outside. Very simple.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Gee,
Bye.
awesome. It's fine.
Bye.
It's okay
Bye.
now.
Thank you.
Bro, you don't go back now. You don't lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
6. Yeah. 6.
Next 2. What?
Hey, coming down. All right. No problem. Quickly. No worry. Sorry, the first 6, please. The first 6, just
come
aside. The first 6.
No. You guys should stay.
Be sincere with yourself. The first 6. Stay with her. The first 6 people. Be sincere now. The first 6 people that came before the line hang.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6. So these are the last people. Yeah, come.
1, 2, 3.
No wala.
They all
all right, so you calm down, bros.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16. All right, so.
I'm not doing host again, please. I've been standing here and I've not won any giveaway.
Plus 17.
I don't deserve a spot.
Bro, why now?
All right, a round of applause for Billionaire Son and Casey and the Rebirth team.
Awesome.
So please, let's take a picture with them. Please just come in.
Step. Come.
Please. Yes.
Come.
All of you, where's the other guy? You escaped. Oh, okay. All right. So Casey, please. Billionaire Son. Please, can you guys just be in the middle?
Move to the bed. Move it. CCC. Women in baby. CCC. Let's go. All right, thank you.
A round of applause.
So, the 17, what do you say to them? What do you say? Awesome. DJ, 2 minutes. Let's have you. 2 minutes. Let's have you. DJ, Mr. DJ. Let's go.
All right. So, I know that we've been here for so long. Thank you guys so much. Now we're going to do something before our next partner comes on stage. We're going to be having our next partners, which are Blackberry and Ice Cream Swap. But before we do that, How many of us have been posting on social media since this started? See.
Be sincere, be sincere.
You guys did not know you're supposed to post.
We'll
Like if
verify.
I did not tell you, you will not know.
All right.
Anyway, so we're going to do something I like to call the Twitter storm. We're going to storm Twitter because we cannot be plenty like this. And CTNG is not aware that we are here.
2005.
It's not possible. So we're going to do something right now.
Right about now.
Media team, please can I have my flyer?
Right about now. They say if you are not on Twitter or Threads, how can you survive on Web3? Oh, wrong now.
All right, so what we're going to do now is that we have a giveaway. And the giveaway is for the people with the best posts that has the best engagement on Twitter. No influencers allowed. If you have more than 10,000 followers, you are hereby cancelled. If you are sitting on this, what?
Okay, more than 5,000.
But you are still supposed to post though. But you are not going to win any giveaway, Sha. If you are sitting on this table, these tables, you are not winning any giveaway. I'm sorry. And don't move from your seats. Thank you. All right. So what you're going to do now is we're going to go on Twitter. If you want to post a picture, you can post a picture. If you want to post a tweet, you can post a tweet. You're going to go on Twitter, post something. But before you do that, follow Women in DeFi, which is women_in_DeFi. Then follow Ice Cream Swap, which is our official sponsors for this event, which is ice cream_swap. And then use the official hashtag, that is CCC Ibadan. CCC Ibadan. And make a post. We have our content and media team checking. And the best 5 will be getting a giveaway. If you know, since we started this event, if there's anything we've proven, is when we say we're giving a giveaway, what happens? We give the giveaway. Right. So, I don't know if you want to take a selfie. If you have a picture you've taken with your idolo, whatever it is, you can post on social media now. Use your hashtag. Post Billionaire Son, post Prudence Sammy, post Donald, go and take selfies and post those pictures and do the hashtags and
CCC.
Win the money.
Ibadan. Let's go.
I'll do mine when I come down the stage.
Let's go.
While this is going on, I would like to call on Black River to come, but before they come on board, they have a presentation for us, which is a video that will be playing very soon. They don't want to bore us with too much talk, so they put all their presentation. But they did a video of, all they want to do, and they're going to explain it in that video before, we end up hearing from them. I'm going to do a selfie, but we're too plenty, and I'm not tall. So who's going to help me hold this? Sarah, let's do this together.
Sarah.
Because you are taller than me now. Must I say it in public?
She's taller than me.
Okay. Don't worry. They've helped me.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a selfie. You don't have to stand. Sit down. I'll do the standing. If I don't capture your face, don't be angry. I was not blessed with height. So I'm going to take a selfie, and then I'm going to post it, and I'm going to win the money.
All right, put on your smiling face. Don't look down. Concentrate. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so we're going to do this very simple. We're going to shout CCC Ibadan. Let's do it real. CCC
Ibadan.
I don't know. Are we only two here?
CCC.
Oh, so people will not listen to me. Nice one. CCC. I'm not hearing from the back. CCC. Okay. So on the count, Lord have mercy.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
On the count of 3, we'll do this. All right.
3,
2,
1. CCC.
All right. Thank you so much.
Take your body. Move it. Move it.
All right. So we're going to start with Black River right now, and then we're going to have our last panel session. And don't worry, we're rounding up real quick. Can I have my video media?